Namaskaram. In Mahabharatam, we have finished the story of Kirata, the story in which Arjuna meditated on Shiva to receive Pashupata Astram. And Shiva, to test Arjuna, got into a false fight with Arjuna. Ultimately, Shiva gave Arjuna the Pashupatastra. And then Arjuna received subsequently divine weapons from the Lokapalas, the guardians of the four directions or four sides: east, south, west, and north. East is Indra. Indra said he would give Arjuna the weapons he has, like Vajrayudham, but he would wait until later. He will invite Arjuna to heaven, and there he would impart the astras. The Lord of the South, Yama, he appeared before Arjuna and offered him danda, which is like a it's not club, it is like a stick, but fat and long, danda. And Varuna, and that is very famous for Yama. And then Varuna appeared and offered Varuna Pasham, which is like a cord or a rope. Varuna Pasham again is very famous. People get entangled with Varuna Pasham. That is what the saying is. And the Lord of the North, Kubera, the Lord of Riches, he appeared and offered him the weapon of Andardhana. Andardhana is like oneself disappearing or making someone else disappear, or make someone else soon lose consciousness. Andardhana. It's not very, I haven't heard much about this Andardhana except in this context. But the Yama's Danda and Varuna's Pasham, these two are very famous. And then Indra sent his charioteer by name Matali to Arjuna to take him to heaven. Matali is a very, very important character in the Puranas. Wherever Indra appears, Matali is there as his charioteer. The other day I forgot the name of Vishnu's charioteer. His name is Daruka. Again, he appears on very many occasions, hundreds of occasions. So I had started hearing that name right from my childhood days, but somehow I forgot at that moment. So Madali came driving Indra's chariot, and Arjuna was asked to go with him. Arjuna entered the chariot and they started going towards heaven. In this context, a thought which comes to my mind often is where actually heaven is. In one sense, Puranas describe 7 worlds, one above the other, and 7 worlds, one down the other. 7 underneath and 7 upwards. And 7 layers to heaven. The topmost is Brahma's world. That is one concept. But the other concept is we live in the flat, rather flat land called India. Of course, it has got hills and mountains and rivers. But on the whole, if you take India as a whole, it is like a flat surface. And then further north, we go on climbing. The Himalayas itself is a vast region where there are, mounds like Everest and so many other. And further north of Himalaya, there is also said to be the mythical Meru. And as per ancient Indian belief, Meru is the tallest point on earth. And it is also said to be the Akshadanda. Like a sphere has an imaginary axis in the center, and Mount Meru is like an axis for the earth. We get this feeling on many occasions. For example, when Vyasa was living further north of the Himalayas, and his son Sukabra Maharshi was sent to the south, towards the south, to Janaka, King Janaka, to receive knowledge of the Brahma from him. So, and of course, the Lord Shiva is supposed to be living on Mount Kailas. So, another impression is that on the Himalaya or on Mount Meru, when we go up, we reach heaven. Another reason for this thought is that there are many occasions when people from the earth go to heaven, not after death, but while living. On several occasions, God send request to kings to go to heaven and fight for them against the Asuras and win the battle for them. Arjuna's going to heaven is like that, on Indra's request, to receive the divine weapons. And now soon we shall encounter Arjuna fighting the Asuras and winning over them for Indra. So such beliefs, many of these tribes like Siddha, Charana, Gandharva, Kinnara, there are names, such names of tribes living on Himalayas sides. Definitely Kinnaras are there. So all these thoughts give me the impression that probably, I'm not saying this from the point of a rationalist. I'm not a rationalist in that sense. But we can't, being rational beings, we can't keep away our reasoning altogether when we read these Puranas. So I interpret this heaven as on Mount Himalayas or Mount Meru. Dasharatha of Ramayana is, that name Dasharatha is someone who drives his chariot in 10 directions. The 4 directions are east, south, west and north. And then the 4 other corners are southeast, southwest, northwest and northeast. And then 9th and 10th are the underworld and the world above. So all this gives the impression, and that Dasharatha could take his chariot in any of these directions, including heaven and also underworld, which one has to dig. But that is not the impression. That if you go from Himalaya, you reach Earth, which is the Indian continent, and further if you go south, then you are going towards the Patala. So that's my interpretation of heaven. We have reached our time limit, so I stop here, though there is a lot more to be said on this. Namaskaram.